Hey guys, JT here. Welcome back to another video. We are going to do another trade recap. Another little late video. Been busy all day with work and gym and stuff. But today has been a great trading day. So let's go over it. So last night's video I talked about how I needed to kind of get back into that morning routine side of things. I did not wake up as early as I anticipated. I woke up around 8 a.m. but I did not get on the charts until 9 a.m. So for that first hour, I just kind of let my dog out, got some coffee, got dressed, did my hair, washed my face, brushed my teeth, all that stuff. And then I finally sat down at the charts and I checked out gold first. Saw this setup forming on gold. Checked out the S&P 500, and I did not see a good setup forming, so I did not look at it for the rest of the day. I'm actually still don't know if there was even any setups on there because I haven't looked at it. Unless I think it's gonna good to go ahead and mention over the course of 5 days, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Wait, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, sorry, 4 days. Over the course of 4 days, I have lost over just over $850. Right, I was in $1,000 P&L. I went down to a $150 P&L over the course of 4 days. Probably my longest losing streak. Um, and then that was, hold on, I want to count the trades too. This was 2 trades, 3 trades, so that's 5. Uh, I'm gonna count this as 7 because I did get stocked out. 7 trades. 8, 9, 10, 11. I lost 11 trades. Granted, some of them were half risk, but I lost 11 trades, and in a single trade, I just ate 80% of my losses. Now I'm still down for it, like from what my account was at, and I'll show you. I'm still down about $130, and I'm not complaining. I could. I checked the calendar. Next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are all trading days. Hold on. So this was news today. I mean, nothing too crazy. Monday, no news. Tuesday, okay, job openings. Wednesday, oh, wow, okay, wow. GDP step. Okay, Wednesday probably not gonna trade. If I do, 1% risk. I'll probably trade after 9 a.m. on Tuesday. Monday, it's gonna probably gonna be a go-to trading day. We'll see. But um, yeah. So we'll just go ahead and go over this. Came into markets today, did a higher time frame analysis. Wednesday, price tapped into a bullish 4 hour for value gap. Then went higher today. Price tapped back into said 4 hour for value gap. We had a 5 minute Baker structure, inverse for value gap, equilibrium entry. I set my entry at the top of the 1 minute inverse for value gap, um, an EQ discount or equilibrium discount, and within a previously tapped into area of accumulation. Price respected a 15-minute bearish value gap, went down to my entry, entered me, then over the course of a few hours and validated 15-minute bearish value gap. I set my stop loss below previous lows, targeted TP of London session highs, closed out of the trade around 3 p.m., had to go to work. Was more than happy with my profits, wasn't seeing any setups forming on SPX, so I went with my maximum daily risk of 2% on this A plus trade. Also worth mentioning, I lost a grand total of $850 over the course of over the course of 4 trading days. Probably my longest losing streak, but I realized what I was doing wrong, emotionally speaking. Saw my setup, didn't hesitate, stayed patient. In a single trade, I just that's supposed to be 80% of my losses. Right, risk management, great entry, great stop loss, targeted realistic highs, London session highs. Stayed patient, waited for my setup. Wrongs, maybe could have took a more short-term trade. Um, I'm not trying to sound cocky here, but I really can't think of much that I did wrong here. I'm being so serious. Like, I'm not saying I was perfect, but I really can't think of right now. I can't think of anything, and that's not like my ego talking, and you'll see. So we'll just go ahead and I'm not saying I'm a perfect trader. I just don't believe I really made really any mistakes on this trade. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So higher time frame, scale to 4 hour. Let's see what's going on. Right. Okay. So what happens? Price. We create this hourly for value gap, right? Overnight, last night, and the price, keeps going down. Moves up a little bit, comes down, taps into this area of accumulation. I'm so confused. Did it not tap into the fair value gap? Dog what? No, it definitely tapped into the fair value gap. Okay. Well, price tapped into this fair value gap, right? Um, and then we had an immediate rejection off of it. As you see, price did tap into it Wednesday, moved up, filled. I mean, I guess you could call that an order block, maybe. Filled that, came down, filled that, barrel rolled down to this 4 hour for value gap, consolidated a little bit, right? High, yeah, no, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, consolidate, manipulated downward, little ICT structure for you guys, and then price tapped into this 4 hour for value gap as well as this area of accumulation over here. Price made this huge imbalance. Price had already retraced into it once whenever I was looking at this. I think I was right here when I looked at it, about 9:10, 9:15, and saw that it already tapped into once, but I wasn't going to settle for this entry because it was going to be a weird wish to reward. So price filled this 15-minute for value gap, but we had a very strong 5-minute break of structure right here, and I mean like very strong 5-minute break of structure. Price came up, filled the 15-minute for value gap, came down, filled this inverse for value gap, also filling this 5-minute for value gap, never even broke it with a wick. Let's go on lower time frames. And honestly, I think you could call this a little order block too, right here. The move down that caused the move up. So price kind of went into like this little mini order block because we just sweep all this liquidity over here, and then price soared upward, moved a little bit in the area of accumulation, or not, sorry, in the 15-minute bearish for value gap. Price came down, entered me into the trade right here, consolidated a bit, filling everything, and then price just started soaring higher. We had this long little area of accumulation at this 15-minute bearish for value gap that was to be expected, but in my mind I was thinking, okay, well, higher time frames do hold a higher power. So I think if we tap into this freaking area of accumulation and we tapped into a 4 hour for value gap that we had a bigger structure off of and bullish motion, I think it's going to run through the 15-minute fair value gap, bearish fair value gap, and that's exactly what it did. Resisted a bit, broke through it, came back down. I mean, really came back down into this, now inverse fair value gap, and then price just soared higher. Now, my original target are these London session highs. So, London session is at 2 a.m. for me. So, this was at 2:15. So, these are London session highs. Went ahead and marked out the body to wick right here. And, yeah. So, I was originally targeting this, which is a 4.08 R trade. But I settled for this 3.74 R trade. So this is where I got out right here. So I saw price come up here when I was leaving for work, and then when I got to work, I had to get off my phone and stuff. So I just went ahead and closed right here, and I settled for it. And I'm perfectly fine with it, right? Now, like I've kind of been, I haven't really back tested it per se, but like I've been observing, like live market trading, is on Fridays at session close, price seems to always take out, like if price is heading towards a session low or a session high, it almost always takes it out. I have not seen it not do it. That's just an observation I had. But I've only seen it a few times. I mean, granted, like I'm saying, I've only seen it a few times, but I haven't seen it get. I haven't seen it not happen yet. But I just didn't know. I wasn't gonna be able to check my phone. I really did not want to be closed out of a trade. Um, I'm really not sure what happens if you're in a trade at market close. I might need to look that up. But I didn't know if I would just be like stuck in the trade over the weekend. So I decided, you know what? This was gonna be, I think, $815. This was $670. Anyways, we risked 2% on this because I did not see any setups form on the S&P 500. So I was kind of watching it in this, and it was just kind of moving sideways. I mean, I will say, looks like pretty good setups here. You had this liquidity sweep right here. Actually, it swept all this liquidity. You had this liquidity sweep right here. Not really grounds for an A plus setup for me, personally speaking. Yeah, yeah. I didn't really see many grounds for a setup for me. Price was kind of really choppy. So yeah, I'm glad I just stopped looking at this for the rest of the day. Saw this A plus setup over here and decided to roll with it, and I'm very happy with it. Proof of concept. Now we were at a $120 P&L, right? Now we're at a $783 P&L. As you can see on the date, the 24th of April yesterday, 25th of April today, only trade I took, plus 669.48 USD. And this was that losing streak right here. Very long losing streak. But hey, I ate 80% of my losses. I'm very happy with this. And I'm very optimistic for next week because to me, this proved to myself the aspect of probabilities, right? Now, I'm gonna be honest, I got emotional. I was very frustrated about this losing streak, right? But I think it did teach me one thing, and that is the aspect of probability and the understanding about how much just one trade can change. I lost 11 trades in a row. Granted, 3 or 4 of those were half risk, right? But I lost 11 trades in a row. Okay, that is insane, right? And then in one trade, one singular trade, I ate 80% of those losses. That is insane to me, and I'm very glad that I got to experience this now. Like, in hindsight, I wasn't at the time, but I'm very glad I got to experience this because it taught me that I need to stick with a morning routine. Taught me that um, I'm gonna go on these losing streaks, and I can't let them get to me. Taught me that while I'm in these losing streaks, don't let my emotions get to me. Understand that it's all probabilities. If you have a 70% win rate, that means you're still gonna lose. You're gonna lose 30% of your trades. It's just how it is. And honestly, I mean, now if I like next Monday, if I take an A plus setup like this one and I lose it, I'm not really gonna be that angry because I was also watching some more psychology videos from PV Trading and stuff, and he just kind of he made a good point. It's like A plus setups, you're gonna lose them. It's gonna happen, right? Um, and in hindsight, I see how good this losing streak was for me because it's putting things into perspective for me, and it's only helping me in the long run to there's a saying, if the more you sweat during practice, the less you bleed during battle, right? So the more I learn and the more I work hard just in this demo account, I understand that it's gonna tenfold, like the better my experience is once I start trading on fundeds and live accounts, right? I know that I know I'm gonna probably blow some accounts. I know I'm gonna lose money in the live accounts, but I won't bleed in the battle as much per se. I won't lose as much, and I understand that now, and I understand why the I needed to go on this losing streak. Um, and honestly, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm optimistic. I might lose an A plus setup next week, right? It might happen, might not, might just depends. We'll see. We'll see what happens, right? I'm very optimistic though. I think that we are going to blow past my goal for 10% profits this month. I mean, we were at 10%, and then we went down to 1.5% profits, and now we're at 8.7 or 7.8% profits. Like I said, I'm very happy. We were at $1,000 profit, right? But like this, this just taught me. You know what I mean? It just taught me, and I believe I actually would have blown a funded account losing on this type of losing streak. And it's funny because hold on, I want to go here. I want to see. It's funny because honestly, this $200 loss was just me not doing what I was supposed to be doing. This $300 loss. I think like two of the trades I never should have entered. This one, bad stop loss placement. So boom, that's 400, 450, right? Trades I never like. Oh my! Like I just like over half the money I lost was because of my emotions and me not wanting to lose trades and just like not doing what I know I'm supposed to be doing, right? And the one day that I did everything I was supposed to be doing, I just ate 80% of my losses. I know any if you're a profitable trader and you're watching this, like I know it's like very obvious to you, right? And I mean I'm gonna be honest, to say it is very obvious to me too, but to experience it is a completely different thing. Now I know how obvious it is. Like I've experienced it, and I'm so glad I got to experience this on a demo account, not a live account. Now I know I'm gonna have my issues once I switch over. I know I'm gonna have to learn to detach from the money again, but that's okay because I know I can do it because I'm making this work. And if I'm being honest, I mean this also just kind of this losing streak also just kind of tested my ability of perseverance and stuff because I was sitting here and I was like, man, it's like I'm not doing anything right. It's like I forgot how to analyze the markets. Like I forgot how to execute. It's like I forgot how to control my emotions. It's like I just forgot how to freaking win, right? And I'm gonna be honest. I mean, for a little, like I mean, by a little bit, I mean a few days. I wanted to quit, man. I didn't want to do this anymore, right? But I knew I had to. I knew I had to be consistent. I knew I had to figure out what I was doing wrong, and I knew I had to fix it. And that's exactly what I did. And the markets rewarded me for it. Anyways, no, probably another bit of a longer video. My apologies. If you did enjoy today's video, please like and subscribe. If you have anything, leave it in the comments. Go follow my Instagram, link in the description. I post pretty regularly on my Instagram. Um, and I will see you guys Monday for another trade recap. Yeah, just yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for following me on this journey.